Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to present my paper, The Impact of Asian Free Movement of Labor's Commitment on Vietnamese Policy and Regulation on Attracting Asian Skilled Workers. We are Dr. Hằng Trần Thúy and the Master of Law Ngọc Lan Bùi Thụy. We from Hanoi Law University, Vietnam. The free movement of labor in ASEAN is aimed to boost the movement of skilled labor within the region. Vietnam has made commitment on the free movement of skilled labor in ASEAN that affects the changes in the Vietnam policy and regulation on attracting skilled labor from other member states. The impacts of these commitments on the related policy and regulation are so limited, so the skilled workers from Asian member states do not gain many benefits based on these commitments. In our paper, we clarify the positive impacts as well as the limited impacts of this Vietnam commitments on current policy and regulation on attracting Asian skilled labor. In our paper, we explained the impacts in two stages, before 2003 and from 2003 until now. Before 2003, Vietnam had no specific policy on attracting skilled workers in general, and skilled workers from the Asian member state in particular. The provisions related to these foreign workers working in Vietnam, including foreign workers from the ASEAN members, were mainly stipulated in the 1994 Labor Code. And from Table 1, from 2000 to 2003, there are really little foreign workers coming from the ASEAN member state in Vietnam. The workers from Philippines accounted for the largest number with 494 workers in 2000. Why there are only 6 coming from Indonesia working in 2000, and there were no workers working in Vietnam in the following years. After 2003, we have better impacts on Vietnam policy and regulation. This issue is mentioned more specific and clearer on the policies. Even Vietnam has enacted the policy on international integration on labor and society, including ASEAN labor integration. We continue to join and ratify legal documents relating the free movement of labor, such as ratifying MNP in 2013, MRA on practicing technical consulting in 2008, MRA on tourism in 2014. Also, the Vietnamese government enacted several legislations to apply for workers in the ASEAN assisting Vietnam labor market. Vietnamese government issued some guiding documents to implement its obligations under 5 out of 8 mutual recognition agreement. For the remaining MIAs, Vietnam is in the process of making. Despite the positive impacts, the level of imports are fairly limited. In terms of the policies, we are lacking a separate policy on attracting foreign workers from ASEAN member states. In terms of regulation, a large number of restrictions under the related laws apply for skilled workers from the ASEAN when they wish to access the Vietnam labor market. Besides, the implementation process is slow when skilled workers are waiting to enjoy the benefits from the Vietnam's commitments. The implementation of MIAs face many challenges, and that current internal barriers. It means the member states use mutual recognition mechanism under MIAs, and this internal barrier are so difficult to meet the demand for the Asian workers. For example, until January 1, 2021, there are 302 Vietnamese professional engineers registered as ACPA, accounting for only 7% of total number of ACPE. 20 Vietnamese professional architects registered as AA, accounting for 2.12%, and no Vietnam professional accountant registered as ACPA. There are no professionals from AMS registered to practice as registered foreign professional engineer, registered foreign architect, registered foreign professional account in Vietnam. Regarding MMP, the scope and extent of Vietnam's commitment is still modest, causing the related regulation do not facilitate to national persons in Vietnam. Regulations have not created a big push in long term of attracting skilled workers. Vietnam's commitments under MMP are mainly related to the measure affecting temporary national persons, including service-sent persons responsible for setting up commercial precedents, intra-corporate transferees, and other personnel. The situation of Vietnam can be explained that the determination of non-national allowing the enter state territory and under what condition belongs to the state power, and the result that many states have been reluctant to date to enter into binding multilateral commitments. The scope and extent of Vietnam's commitments to service sectors or sub-service sector related to free movement of labor under MMP and guests of WTO is only partial commitments. It means the skilled workers from ASEAN member states belonging to a group of natural persons moving under MMP shall be subject to tight conditions stipulated in the related domestic law and regulation when they come to work in Vietnam. In conclusion, to attract Asian skilled workers coming to Vietnam, we need to do something better. First, Vietnamese government need to developing a clear policy on attracting more skilled workers from the ASEAN instead of issuing decree or decision. Second, they should improve the implementation of MRAs next time. And finally, it is necessary to assess regulation for application under MIAs. And that's all our paper. Thank you for listening.